जी सर।
दूसरे वाले को को-होस्ट बनाना, दूसरे जिंगल सर को।
जी हो गया जी। Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I want to know whether Gautam Raj is there. Gautam Raj. RN Bhalla. RN Bhalla. Akshita Rana. Akshita Rana. RN Bhalla. आवाज नहीं आ रही?
Sir, you are audible.
Audible. Gautam Raj. Gautam Raj.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then RN Bhalla. RN Bhalla.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And next is Vidisha Tomar. Vidisha Tomar. Akshita Rana. Akshita Rana. Kansha Sharma.
Present, sir.
Welcome. Ritvik Srivastava. Ritvik. Muskan.
Yes, sir.
Keshav Bhalla.
Present, sir.
RN Madhu.
Yes, sir. Present.
Pali Dilal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Evaluator Dr. Praveen. Sir, आगे Dr. Praveen. Dr. Praveen. Dr. Praveen. Dr. R.S. Day.
Good morning, Jinganji.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Dr. Praveen. Morning. Dr. Aparna madam is here. Dr. Aparna.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Welcome, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, you go ahead. I'm here, Jinganji.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to all. We may start. All, all are there now. Okay. Welcome to all on this session of project presentation. This is state level final project presentation going on today. We'll start. We were waiting for Dr. Asim Mishra, Honorable Dr. DGP, Haryana Police, and President of the Environment Society. But we are waiting for that. But we are starting the event from our first contestant is from Kendriya Vidyalaya OCF, Gautam Raj. Gautam Raj is there? Gautam Raj हैं?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, Gautam presentation कीजिए, आप शुरू कीजिए.
Yes, sir. Just a second.
All our evaluators are ready. Okay. आपका टाइम वही है 6 to 8 minutes only. ठीक है. Within that
Sir.
period, you had to complete your project presentation.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
So good morning to one and all present here. Today, I, Gautam Raj, is here to present my project on the topic National Children's Science Congress. The focal theme of our project is Science for Sustainable Living. The sub-theme allotted to our group is Ecosystem for Sustainable Living. And the title of our project is Effect of Aloe Vera for Water Purification. This is the project file prepared by my group. These are the charts prepared. And this is the logbook. So without any further delay, I will start my presentation. If the screen is not visible, I am screen sharing the chat, so all the judges can view from that too. So first, I will tell something about aloe vera. The botanical name of aloe vera is Aloe barbadensis Villa. It belongs to the family of Asphophedalias. It is a shrubby or an absorbent type of plant. It grows in the dry regions of Africa, Asia, Europe. It is pea green in color and belongs to the cactus category. So the main objective of our project is to provide clean and drinkable water in every household. In the today's time, people are facing water shortage, and we have came up with the solution to help people and to deliver clean and drinkable water to every household. Now, moving to a second chart. In this chart, we will discuss about the methodology of making the aloe vera gel and then purifying it. Firstly, aloe vera gel is extracted from its stem and then grinded to form a slurry. So first we have to take an aloe vera stem, wash it, then remove the outer green layer, then take the gel, grind it to form a thick slurry, then keep it in refrigerator to preserve. Now, after having that, now I will discuss about the preparations done. So first, water samples were collected from Sukhna Lake and they were sent to MDCP water testing lab, from where we got the readings of their iron, phosphate and nitrate content. After getting the readings, the obtained water was then treated with the aloe vera slurry and then kept under observations for 2 days. After observing it, it was sent again to the MDCP water testing lab to get the readings. After getting the readings, pie charts and bar graphs were made. Now, moving to our next slide, in which we will discuss about the observation. First, I will tell about the percentage of original precipitation before the and after the watering testing. Day 0 represents the day on which the water samples were collected from Sukhna Lake, and day 2 represents when they were returned from the NDCP lab after treated with aloe vera slurry. As you can see, first the iron content was 5 milligram. It decreased to 0.36. Phosphate content was 50. It decreased to 30. Nitrate content was 50. And after day 2, it got to again, it remains 50. So observations were made according to these searches, and with the help of the MDCP water treatment lab, we were able to get the correct readings. The readings calculated in the tabular form, as we can see, iron level goes up, which is a good supplement in water. Phosphate content goes low, which is a harmful contaminant in water, while nitrate contaminants remain the same. Result, after observing, it was recorded that the amount of iron or ferrous increases, nitrates remain the same, and phosphate decreases. So we came to a conclusion that aloe vera gel can increase the nutrients in the water and decrease the contaminants, but it does not work for all contaminants like nitrate. Now, I will tell about the frequently asked questions during our survey conducted. The following PPT shows about the frequently asked questions during a survey. In a survey, we were not able to conduct in a mass scale because of the COVID restrictions. So the survey was conducted among our families and our neighborhood. Opinions were taken and report was prepared. So now the PPT will show about the frequently asked questions asked by the neighbors, the relatives, or through all the students from whom the survey was conducted. Question 1. How will you encourage people to use aloe vera gel as a way to treat water? So to encourage people about the usage of aloe vera, we need to tell them about the medicinal uses of aloe vera, like what are the pros of aloe vera. Eating aloe vera is healthy. It has many medicinal values. It contains sulfur, phenol, and glycerol nutrients. Question number 2. What are the medicinal uses of aloe vera? Now, aloe vera can be used to treat burns. If we got some minor burns, aloe vera gel is applied to the skin. It will give an instant relief and may help to cure it. Aloe vera gel, if consuming orally, is also very good for health, though it is very bitter in taste. Many medicinal companies sell aloe vera syrup as an medicine which boosts your immunity. Though an high usage or high eatage of aloe vera to have many disadvantages, like it may cause diarrhea, and some people are allergic to it. Question number 3. Do you think this project can be successful? So according to me, I believe that this project can be successful, though great changes can take some time. So we will do our best to explain people about the advantages of our medicinal plants and use it on mass scale. Even in the today days, medicinal plants are getting a hype, and many companies are investing in it, like Patanjali. Next question. Is there any way in which you can do a fine use of science too? Yes, we have also came up with a way in which we can take help from the science and make a mixture of medical and science. Like in water purification systems like the RO filters and the UV filters, we can also fit a filter with the aloe vera properties in it, like a serum can be created through which water will be passed and then it will be drinkable. Another way to purify water was that planting the aloe vera plants near the banks of the rivers or lakes with the stone bridgings to avoid their submergement with water. As aloe vera cannot survive in water, so it will die. So the platform needs to be surrounded with stone or soil so that the aloe vera does not get fully submerged and only the root touches the water. So moving to our last chart. Now I will discuss about the conclusion and solution to the problem. Conclusion. This study identifies aloe vera gel as a purifying agent of water since it decreases the concentrations of some contaminants and make water suitable for drinking. Overall, this provides a framework for purifying. After our experiments and all the hard work we have done, we came to a conclusion that aloe vera gel can be used as a water treating agent. It has many nutrients and it can make the water purify. Though aloe vera gel alone cannot make the water fully drinkable, it still needs further filtrations done by the filters. Solution to the problem: to spread awareness among people to consume clean water to prevent diseases. Now, about this problem, we also came up with the solution that we need to make people aware about the advantages of aloe vera, telling them how to correctly take the aloe vera water and to tell their children or their neighborhoods to do the same. So thank you. This was my project.
Any question from evaluators?
Yeah, I have few doubts. So it is a good presentation. The topic is also very good. So how did you did the experiments? I mean, aloe vera gel you put into the water for some times and then tested the water?
Sir, at first the aloe vera stem was taken, and this gel, aloe vera contains the gel, it was extracted and then grinded in a blender to form a slurry. A slurry is a semi-viscous like liquid structure. Now the slurry was then mixed with water, which were collected from the Sukhna lake, and then it was kept under observations. Same like the process of decantation, like it takes a few months.
No,
It takes
my question is, how did you purify the water? I mean, you just pass this water through the slurry, or how did you filter it?
the slurry was added to the water, and then it was kept for a few hours. Then it was filtered using a filtered paper.
Okay. Okay. Now, few question automatically will arise. So you are using filter paper to filter the water. So then how are you coming to this conclusion that ions are getting absorbed to the aloe vera gel, not to the filter paper?
So at first it is kept in a, like we kept it in a beaker filled with water and the aloe vera slurry. Then after a few hours it was filtered so that the aloe vera gel can act.
No. Your ions, suppose your ions are big, I mean, it's like a big particle, then it will automatically filter out through the filter paper. That also can happen. You understand my question? So
Yes.
what you should have done, you can filter the water first and test it, then put the aloe vera gel and then again filter it, so that your big particle which are present in the water, that could have been filtered out in the beginning. You understand? So how you will confirm that the ions what you are showing that absorbed by the aloe vera gel, I can argue with you that that is filtered by the filter paper also.
Yes, sir.
So how will you oppose that it's not by the filter paper but the aloe vera gel?
So then, as you said, we will try to make the people taste the normal untreated filter paper water, which just contain the aloe vera
Yeah, you
slurry.
have to first confirm that it's not by the filter paper, it's by the aloe vera gel only. You have to confirm that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one doubt. Second doubt is you are showing iron content is increasing, right?
Yes, sir.
How can you justify how iron content will increase?
So water contain nutrients. Aloe vera slurry contain many nutrients which are good for hair health.
So when you are claiming these things means from aloe vera, iron containing salt is coming to the water, right? Then
Sir,
it's coming.
aloe vera gel is mixed in the water. So like it is a mixture,
I
like dye.
understand. I mean, iron containing salts which are present in the aloe vera gel is coming to the water. That's why iron containing water is increasing, right?
Yes, sir.
So to prove that, I mean, you have to again do some control test.
Sir,
So first of all, you should have done the test. I mean, you have to do it repeatedly
yes, sir. I
because
mentioned that. Like I told in my chart that first the untested water samples were sent
how
to
did you test the iron and phosphorus? How did you test it in the water?
not the tasting. I mentioned in my chart it was sent to a water treatment lab in Chandigarh, the MD's
Okay.
CP water testing lab.
Okay. Okay, so at the moment this is fine, but when you are claiming that iron from aloe vera gel is coming to the water, so in future you can do some repeated test or from different lab also. You understand? So if there is a problem with test, then the claim will be wrong. You understand my point? Maybe you are right, but
Yes.
so maybe not only from that lab, you can send it to other lab. At least two data you should have to claim this because it is a big claim actually. I mean, if it is true, so it is your achievement. So to prove your achievement, maybe you have to cross verify your result.
Sir, actually, we tried to do from a water treatment lab, which was near to our house and does it for free like a government lab because of the.
Initially that is fine, but my comment is, I mean, in future you can also try from other lab as well, so
Sure,
that you
sir.
can prove it. And uh, for the basic understanding, can you tell me what salt is present, iron containing salt as well as phosphorus containing salt? You are highlighting the two atom, right? Two molecule, iron and phosphorus. That's what you told. So what form of compound molecule present there?
So, like in, I'm not so sure about the about the concentrations of that, but like water contains the normal, like even the normal waters which we drink have some content about the iron and
Yeah,
these
that iron, which form is present? Iron cannot be present like iron metal. You understand? So some salt form is present, right? So iron plus iron. Do you know iron chloride?
Yes, sir.
So what form of iron present here? Similarly, phosphorus. What is the status of phosphorus? So what kind of molecule it is? So anyway, so in future you can also check all these things. Okay. Anyway, very good topics. So I'm done.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Any other questions from the judges?
Yeah, very good presentation, Gautam.
Thank you,
So, can you tell me, you have done this online survey? So, what was the sample size for that?
Sir, online survey as well as offline survey was conducted.
So,
Like,
how much opinion you have taken it?
sir, like about 20 to 30 people.
Okay, and what was their opinion? They were satisfied what you are doing it?
Sir, not all were satisfied as the UV filter users said that the water was a bit bitter. Like in the RO filters, the water tastes something different. While in UV, it is just like the normal filter. So the users with the UV filter were saying that there is a slight change in the taste, which will take time so that they can adapt to it.
Very good. So actually, Doctor, they has suggested a very good suggestion to you. I think there's some lacunas which you have to fulfill to get actually output of your this project, especially using aloe vera for water filtration. Implement those, then you will have some conclusion of this project. Okay,
Yes,
good luck.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Gautam, good presentation, and I really like the way the charts were prepared by the entire team.
Thank you.
Yeah, coming to the data which you collected, you were saying that you took the samples from Sukna Lake, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you think of using the water samples which we are right now consuming at home?
Because the water samples which we are already consuming are just pure. Sukna Lake is a water body which contains contaminants, while the filtered water is almost pure.
I'm not saying about the filtered water, but the municipality treated water which comes to us. Did you try to understand if at that level any improvement can be done, rather than we see the tap water which comes to us, still we don't use directly, right? We use an RO or a filter again at home.
Yes, ma'am.
So did you try doing that?
Yes, ma'am. According to our survey, we concluded that though aloe vera gel alone cannot make the water purify, it requires some filtration levels, like with the help of like copper vessels, like filters or filter paper. It alone cannot make the water clear.
Okay. So do you have any statistics or concrete study on that, or you're yet to do that?
No, ma'am. With the help of Google, with the help of Yahoo Chrome and the site Britannica, we conducted that, and then the self-tasting was done, and the recordings were made by sending them to the water testing labs.
Okay. And how many samples have you collected from Sukna Lake?
Ma'am, about 3 to 4. 4 different types.
What is a variation in the sample?
Ma'am, like near the shore once, there was a high concentration of contaminants due to the dirt, while somewhere places it was less. It varies from place to place. And like as you said, the municipal water, it was more clearer and cleaner than the water collected from Sukna Lake.
Okay, so do you have those comparisons also in your chart? No, the results which you showed, the iron content double.
They are written in the they are written in the project files.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you. Good.
Thank
you, Gautam.
Thank you, sir.
अगला प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो है डीएवी पब्लिक स्कूल सेक्टर 8 आर्यन भल्ला फ्रॉम डीएवी पब्लिक स्कूल सेक्टर 8.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome. Start your project. आनंद तुम्हारा जो अब्स्ट्रैक्ट है ना वो फॉर्मेट में नहीं है क्या है ना हेलो आनंद
Yes, sir.
आवाज सुनाई दे रही है मुझे
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आपका जो अब्स्ट्रैक्ट है ना वो फॉर्मेट में नहीं है ठीक है हाँ चलो
Okay, sir.
ठीक है स्टार्ट
Good morning, esteemed judges and my dear friends. And we are very proud to be participating in the 29th National Children's Science Congress. I am R.N. Bhalla, being the group leader, and my group member, Vanshita, and I guide teacher, Ms. Jyotika Ahuja of DAV Public School, Sector 8C Chandigarh, presents you all on our focal theme Science for Sustainable Living under the sub-theme Ecosystem for Sustainable Living. The title of a project is Cost of a Warm Chapati. Now a question is coming to my mind that have you ever wondered what do the students wrap their chapatis in a preferable material? What is the most commonly used and a popular product for food wrapping and storage? Can you guess the answer, Vanshita?
I think, Aryan, it is aluminium foil, isn't it?
Yeah, you are absolutely right, Vanshita. What is aluminium foil and what are its uses? Aluminium foil is a paper-thin, shiny sheet of aluminium metal. It's made up of rolling large slabs of aluminium until they are less than 0.2 mm thick. It is used industrially for a variety of purposes, including packing, installation, and transportation. It's also widely available in grocery stores for household use. At home, people use aluminium foil for food storage, to cover baking surfaces, and to wrap foods, to prevent them from the moisture while cooking. People may also use aluminium to wrap and protect more delicate foods, like vegetables when grilling them. Aluminium foil is the most commonly used and a popular product for food wrapping and storage. Aluminium used for wrapping chapati. Why? Due to shiny surface of the aluminium, they reflect back the heat radiation which is emitted by the food, keeping it warm, moist, and soft. Now a question is coming to my mind. Is aluminium good for your health? While using aluminium foil can keep your rotis moist and soft, but there is a little cause of worry too. You need to keep in mind that aluminium is reactive and some of the foil can leach into your meal, which can pose dangers to your health. Excessive use of aluminium foil for cooking or wrapping foods leads to cardiac hypertrophy. It even leads to the decline of red blood cells in the body, which impacts our entire body functioning, thus causing anemia in the body. Also, aluminium has been suggested as a potential factor in the development of Alzheimer's disease. Dietary aluminium could be also a risk factor for IBD, that is, inflammatory bowel disease. Is aluminium biodegradable or not? The answer is big no. Aluminium foil is not biodegradable at all. This means it can remain in the land for an extended long time. This might just seem like basic things, but there is a lot connected to it. For instance, while it remains in the landfill, it could be washed off by the flood. And what could happen to this? It could end up in the undesired places like the sea. Here, it could be consumed by sea animals and it could cause harm to them. So you see, many things could happen to the aluminium foil while it remains in the soil. So, are we paying the price of eating a warm and fresh chapati? Yes, of course we are paying. As we just read, that aluminium foil is dangerous for our health and environment. So for this purpose, we conducted a survey in our school regarding the same topic. Let's see how the survey was conducted and what was the result. The school survey. We conducted a survey in our school during the month of November for how many students brought food wrapped in the aluminium foil and the estimated length of the foil used by each student, and then calculated the extent of the length of aluminium foil generated during a year and the deleterious effect of it used on the environment. Adding miles of aluminium to environment. Due to COVID, the offline classes were conducted for only classes 6 to 10, and on an average, 10 students came for the classes in school. This particular survey was conducted in our school for a very brief period of time, when a few number of students came to school during the month of November. And we noticed number of working days in the month of November were 20. And on an average, 6 students in each class brought food wrapped in aluminium foil. The length of aluminium foil was 20 centimeters. And the aluminium foil used per day by 6 students was 120 centimeters. Total length of aluminium foil used by classes 6 to 10 was 120 meters. So if 120 meter aluminium foil is generated in 1 month, then with the given strength of the school, this may increase many folds in a month and may extend into kilometers. If calculated for a year's working days, that is thousands of kilometers in length. I think it's a big thing to worry for all of us. Now, Vanshita, please take over from here.
So, should you stop using aluminium foil? Absolutely. As we have seen the deleterious effect of aluminium that it causes on our health and our environment too, following ways we use to control amount of aluminium. Number 1, use less aluminium foil. Reduce the use of foil for cooking, especially with the acidic foods such as tomatoes and lemons. Use non-aluminium utensils for cooking, such as glass utensils and cookware. Eat mostly commercially processed packaged food may contain aluminium or the additives make reducing your intake of commercial. The school we have launched a campaign against the use of aluminium and encouraged our fellow students to use alternatives eco-friendly materials instead. Also, we suggested them that aluminium can be used to make eco bricks by tightly compressing them into the plastic bottles along with the plastic bags. We had a small talk on is aluminium recyclable or not? Yes, aluminium is 100% recyclable. This means that it can be used again and again. They can also, we had a conversation on how they can segregate aluminium from other material. As aluminium foil is a different alloy, it is recycled separately from other aluminium alloys. They can segregate it just by giving a quick rinse and then roll out street, and then it can be collectively sent to the recycling centers. Studies have shown that aluminium is the most cost-effective material because of its huge energy saving up to 95%. Recycling aluminium uses only around 5% of its energy needed to make it from bauxite. Recycling 1 kg of aluminium can save up to 6 kg of bauxite, 4 kg of chemical products used in it, and 14 kilowatt hour of energy used in it. Let us all contribute towards sustainable living, sustainable environment, and sustainable ecosystem.
Thank you, judges, and have a nice day.
Any question?
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, very good topics. First of all, can you tell me, I mean, both of you, are you using aluminum foil for your food?
No, sir.
So
We are using alternatives instead.
Okay, so this is important when you are doing some project. So better to spread this news to your at least classmate, then school students. You can start from your school, then automatically you can avoid it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, not much question from my side. Yeah, it's okay, good.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, okay, very good presentation. See, like you in last you have said that this aluminum foil is 100% recyclable. So why you worry so much about aluminum foil if it is a recyclable?
Because, sir, it can leach into your meal and it can affect your health, as it can cause anemia and cardiac hypertrophy. And it's good that it's 100% recyclable.
Okay, so what is your findings that you have done survey, or this is your research study that you come to that conclusion?
Sir, we have done a survey.
Okay, so again I'll ask
Sir,
you.
in our school and also around our locality with neighbors and students.
So that's what my question is: how many people are aware of that? The wrong effect of using aluminum foils. How many percentage? Okay, with your sample size.
Sir, in my locality there were 12.
Sir, I surveyed.
Sir, 12 people I surveyed and launched a campaign near my locality in my sector.
Okay, what about Banshita?
And sir, I surveyed 15 people in my locality.
So can you tell me together how many people were aware of the wrong effect of using aluminum foil?
Sir, total 27 people we surveyed, and out of the 20 of them were already knew the deleterious effect of aluminum.
Okay, so will you provide it?
Yes, sir, we prepared a questionnaire and we gave to them.
Okay, okay. I think I'm done. Aparna can go ahead.
So you were mentioning about the harmful effects of the foil, right? Can you tell me the difference in terms of storing the food which is extremely hot or not so hot, or cooking, like grilling kind of cooking preparation using an aluminum foil? Did you try to understand the harmful effect?
Sorry, ma'am, can you repeat?
See, the aluminum foil, you can store food which is extremely hot or moderately hot, or you can even use for cooking.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any difference in the harmful side effects depending on the temperature at which these processes are happening, or the leaching happens in all conditions?
Yes, ma'am. It happens in all conditions. That's why it's compulsory to use alternatives instead. But ma'am, while grilling, it's
Ma'am, it is safe to wrap cold food in foil, but not for long stretches.
Yeah. So I would appreciate if you can go back and study the effect of temperature specifically of the food or the process, because it's not always unsafe. So when you create an awareness, it's good to give a break even of when it's good, when it's bad, so that people appreciate it rather than a blanket generalization. Okay. Otherwise, good
Maximum
presentation. Yeah.
cooking will make it more worse.
Yeah, because it's a scientific presentation, so it would have been great if you can either survey or do that a small experiment and say that the amount or the percentage of leaching with respect to temperature or the type of food is this. So it's a recommendation in cases where you can't completely dispose of. We can at least take care, okay, this kind of food can be wrapped until it's very high temperatures, you should not, or it's more moist food is not recommended. What kind? So that kind of scientific things. Okay, good work. Yeah.
It's all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Aryan and Manshita. Thank you very much. Our next project is from Shri Guru, our kitchen, Senior Secondary Public School, Akshita Rana.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we want to show some photographs while we were surveying. Sir, can I show?
No need. Evaluators,
Okay, sir.
evaluators can. Evaluators want to see the photographs?
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
So show the photograph. You're showing photographs?
Yes, sir.
Don't take much time because some other students are waiting.
But it should be in the time provided to you. Okay, that's all. Okay. No. And next, Akshita.
So I'm audible?
Yes.
Okay. A very good morning to the jury members of 29th State Level Children's Congress. I'm Akshita Rana of class 9 from Sri Guru Harikishan Senior Secondary Public School. I hope you're able to see my charts. So we have worked on the hypothesis. Modern lifestyle leads to more electricity consumption that puts more burden on energy resources. Since electricity production put heavy cost on economy and natural resource of a country, we must create an awareness among people to use electricity wisely. Small scientific steps can be taken to reduce electricity consumption. Our objectives were sensitize and raise awareness among society at large, realize optimal use of limited resources, save energy, environment, and economy. We have adopted the following methodology. We collected information from 22 households on energy consumption through Google Form to form a baseline or primary data. Due to COVID-19, we were not able to do door-to-door survey. That's why we used Google Form. We kept 10 households as control and did not change the pattern of energy consumption. In the remaining 10 households, we used remedial steps for a period of minimum 1 month to reduce the electricity bills, hence reducing burden on energy sources. After 1 month of observance, we compared the energy consumption patterns in both the groups. We asked them the following questions. What did they use to cool their room? 40.9% said they open windows, while 36.4% said they use AC. 22.7% of them use fans. Did they switch off appliances when not in use? 13.6% said never, while 45.5% said always. Rest of them sometimes switch off the appliances. What did they use to light their houses at night? 95.5% of them use CFL bulbs, while 0.5% of them use ordinary bulbs. How did they wash their clothes? 86.4% of them use washing machines, while 13.6% of them wash their clothes by hand. Did they use tube light during the daytime? 72.7% of them sometimes use tube lights, while 27.3% of them never use any tube light during the daytime. Number of decorative lights of 0 watt in their houses. 9.1% have exactly 5 number of lights, while 77.3% have less than 5, and rest of them have more than 5 lights. How did they prefer reheating their food? 36.4% use microwaves, and same number of people use LPG. Rest of them consume the food as soon as it's cooked. Finally, we asked them, did they wanted the electricity bills to be reduced? 86.4% said yes, while the rest said no. Then we shared some remedial steps to them. Use CFL instead of tungsten bulb. Open curtains during day. Use maximum natural light to brighten the room. Switch off the TV and charge main switch when not in use. Use solar heater and panels in winter. Observe Earth hour every day. Instead of individual TV, use common TV in family. Taking dinner together to avoid reheating of food. Not to use decorative lights at home. Avoid application of dark color paints on inner walls of home. Switch off electrical appliances when not in use. Manual cutting and chopping of vegetables instead of using the electrical chopper. After a period of 1 month, we sent them another Google form and we observed that 33.3% of them saved more than 500 rupees in electricity bills, and 66.7% of them saved approximately 500. Here I have the electricity bills of Nishank Saharan. He reduced his electricity bill from rupees 55 per day to rupees 26 per day. Our outcome was people were able to reduce electricity consumption by following the remedial steps. Our future scope is the people will take the measure far and wide and will find many other steps to reduce electricity consumption. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, very good presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Chita. But your chart is not visible at all, frankly speaking. Whatever you are presenting, we were hearing that, but I cannot see anything from your chat. I cannot read anything. So that.
Sir, may I focus on the chart?
Yes, but I don't know it is going to help now. But can you tell me, like you are saying that you could able to reduce the bill from 55 to 26 rupees. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What all step they have taken to reduce that bill?
Sir, they have reduced the number of decorative lights in their home. They have reduced the use of microwave in their home.
Yeah.
That was the main thing which we have to do, because decorative lights put much more burden than we think on the energy sources.
But do you think that people are going to listen that they don't, they are going to stop the decorative light or excess use of electricity just to save it?
Sir, if it helps them, sir, if it helps them economically, it will definitely hit their mind and they will use less decorative lights at the home.
So you just created the awareness, if I understood
correctly. Yes, sir.
Okay.
We highlighted the scientific steps actually.
Sure, sure. Okay. And that awareness, how many people you take into your survey?
Sir, actually we aim to send the survey to 20 people, but 2 of them first refused, but they actually attempted the survey. So to maintain authenticity, we have written 22 people have filled the survey.
So how you selected those people? Okay, by your relatives
sir,
or
random? I sent them to my neighbors.
Yeah.
And my co-workers have also sent them to their neighbors too.
Okay, okay. So that is your locality, okay, whatever you live into.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so it will be good if you can send this to the random people, okay, or maybe you can take the help of your school administration, so that see you, if you tell to any of your relative, they listen to you, okay. But if you tell somebody who does not belongs to you, then he will think what is the good or what is bad. Then you will get a real survey. You will get a real how much reduction are getting in light consumption in day-to-day life. So please do that to get out some conclusion that whatever suggestion you are giving is fruitful. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, to me also, it's a kind of survey. So, I mean, just you can make awareness to your family and friends and your neighbor to reduce this. Yeah, best of luck. So I don't have much question on this.
Thank you, sir.
Akshita, I think somewhere subconsciously all of us know if we don't use electrical devices, we can bring down energy consumption, right? So my question is,
Yes, ma'am.
just telling them that don't use this, did you try to suggest alternatives which are as equally appealing?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I have suggested them to use diyas instead of electrical lights in the time of Diwali and any festival season, to consume the food as soon as it's cooked, with not using microwave in place of it. All these things can benefit them in long run.
Okay, but if you see, the Diwali lights are all one time, once in a while-ish. How about regular usage of lights, or any recommendations on how you can properly ventilate your house so that we get better airflow and light and reduce the electricity? I think those recommendations or some scientific ways of making sure the solar light is used. Probably
Yes.
if you can add such things, it will be more
Ma'am,
beneficial.
I've added them in the remedial steps.
Yeah, it would be great if you would have presented like those scientific aspects, like using this or this direction, having the sunlight entering or an opening, such recommendations. Okay, good.
Okay, ma'am.
Good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Akshita. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Our next project is from DAV Model School Sector 15A, Vidisha Tomer. अगला जो प्रोजेक्ट है, इससे अगला जो प्रोजेक्ट हम ले लेंगे चितकारा का CH0SR9 number प्रोजेक्ट, and now it is for DAV Model School Sector 15.
Yeah, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So my partner is sharing the screen and I will be explaining here from the chats. Shall I start?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, a tree which is a panacea in itself, a tree which can cure more than 300 diseases. Moringa oleifera. Are you aware about this tree? If no, then I'm here. Greetings, everyone. I'm Vidisha from DAV Model School Sector 15, and today we will be presenting our research work on the topic Immunity Booster Moringa. Our focal theme is Science for Sustainable Living, and sub-theme is Traditional Knowledge System for Sustainable Living. Well, firstly, let me tell you the reason why we chose this topic. When we talk about herbal, we always go for neem, tulsi, mulethi, and aloe vera. Why not a tree which has more properties? Moringa oleifera. We studied about this tree and we got to know it has enormous vitamins, proteins, and minerals which our body needed, and it's actually really helpful to us. So why not this tree this time? Giving you a quick way, coming towards the hypothesis, objective, and methodology of our project. So hypothesis is that people in the Tri-City are unaware about Moringa and its benefits. Our objective is to study different aspects of Moringa and to create awareness among the people of Tri-City. And for the methodology, firstly, we studied what exactly Moringa is, which is basically our research work, which is a secondary data. Then awareness check, which is collecting the primary data. We surveyed it through the help of Google Forms and then analyzing the data and awareness campaign. Now, let me tell you a brief introduction about Moringa. So it seems like every year or two, a new superfood hit the shelves of health food store around the country. Whether it be some pseudo grain grown by indigenous people or Chinese herbal remedies, superfoods are growing with massive popularity with an increase in health conscious people around the world. Moringa oleifera, like other superfoods, provides you enormous amount of vitamins, nutrients, and minerals which our body needs. And let me tell you the best part. In this time of COVID-19, we all are aware how much immunity is important to us. if we want to fight against COVID, Moringa oleifera is definitely going to achieve that. Now, secondly, you must be wondering what exactly it is, how can we consume it? So let me tell you. Moringa oleifera is a tropical tree which can survive droughts. It is also known as the drumstick tree because of its skinny foot-long pods, and it also goes by the name miracle tree, mother's nature best friend, or oil tree. And you can consume almost every part of moringa, including the flowers, the stem, the leaves, and the seeds. Now, let me tell you the properties of it. It helps in reducing cholesterol, thus, it helps in reducing the chances of heart attacks also. It protects your liver and your stomach because it has antibacterial properties. And you can see on your screen also that it has 9 times more protein than yogurt, 10 times more vitamin A than carrots, 15 times more potassium than bananas, 50% more vitamin C than oranges, and 25 times more iron than spinach. Coming towards the next slide. So you must have heard about Journal for Life. This is basically an organization which is in Cairns, USA. They have also mentioned moringa and its property in their study. So you can see on the screen the picture where they have depicted all the properties of moringa, and at the same time they have also mentioned the 300 diseases which it can cure. And you can also see that they have also mentioned which part of moringa contains how much of calcium, potassium, and carbohydrates. Everything is mentioned in their journal. And this is the secondary data. Now, coming towards the next part, moringa contains many helpful compounds such as vitamin A, vitamin B1, B2, B3, calcium, potassium, iron, zinc, and it also extremely low in fats and contains no harmful cholesterol. It is also helpful in purifying water. Well, this was going to be our experiment, but somehow because of COVID-19, we were not able to get the seeds, but its seeds has aluminium sulfate, which helps in purifying of water. And in most of the places, they actually use, before the main process of purifying the water, they actually purify it with the help of moringa seeds. So see how much it is important for us, you know. Then coming towards the primary part, which we conducted the survey and we asked 15 questions in which we checked basically the awareness among the people of Tri-City. So we asked them question like, have you ever seen this tree? Only 13.2% of people answered in affirmative that yes, they are aware about this tree. And then we also asked them questions such as, do you know about the benefits of this tree? Again, only 39.5% of people were aware about the benefits of this tree. It was not like a lot of people were aware about moringa, and it is such a extremely having such extreme potential, this tree. So basically, overall, if we interpret our survey, we will get to know that it was leaning towards our hypothesis, which was that the people in Tri-City are unaware about moringa. Now coming towards the concluding part. Our secondary research suggests that moringa is a tree which is having extreme potential. And numerous experiments and survey on moringa showed that it is a multi-purpose tree. But as we can interpret from our survey that moringa, people are unaware about the tree, its benefits, and they were not using moringa. Therefore, our aim is to create more awareness about this miracle tree and its benefit. More it is native to India. Still, we are not aware about this tree. Like, if you will ask about it, you will not get that much positive responses. Now, over to my partner Agam for future plans and awareness campaign.
Hope I am visible as well as audible.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, thank you. So, have you ever thought in this COVID pandemic, village people are not getting too much affected and city people are affected by it? The simple reason behind it is that we, the city people, runs behind the preservative soup. Even the apple we eat is coated by the wax layer. And in village people, they are just having the apple from the farms with no added preservatives. In city life, we basically says, let's go for the herbal products. Do you really think they are herbal? Like seriously, they have preservatives so that their life can extend. So these are the surveys which we have conducted. Just a second. This is the surveys, the awareness campaigns that we can see. So this is Vidisha had done from her side till her neighbor sides, and this is a tree which is basically planted in our school opposite the cricket ground. We have discussed this tree with our principal ma'am. She was so excited and so happy that yes, do we have this kind of tree in India? and more popularly in North Indian areas. So basically she said that let's do an awareness campaign. So ultimately what we did was a Google Meet, or ultimately in this COVID pandemic. So this is the thing which we have explained to most of the people, and people have actively participated. But the negative point was that we had the target of 50 people, but ultimately we got 38 responses. But what I think is a line I would like to quote from Harish Rai Bachchan's poem, that कुछ किए बिना किसी की जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. Ultimately from that quote we all are encouraged. Personally myself, that ultimately doesn't matter, it's 38. Now we have a benchmark of 70, then we will have a benchmark of 25. Now we will not just go to the next level, like companies, we will have contacts, or we have a contact to the organizations. We will have take 3 houses from a right and 3 houses from a left. We'll take 3 more and 3 more. Now the point is we don't have to tell every single house that this is moringa and these are the benefits. Ultimately, from the talks that society member has, ultimately our information will get multiplied and multiplied. So our motive is ultimately accomplished. On the 75th Amrit Mahotsav, we have decided to let's have a campaign. Let's have this thing. Because before telling other countries, let's be more open and let's be more aware what the things we have. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a very good topic, I'll say. And the way you have presented, I like that. And personally, I like moringa. I like it. And I like it as vegetable, as well as, in Bengal. So we used to take it as the leaf, moringa leaf, we used to fry and stew it. So it's really have a health benefit. But when I go to the market in Chandigarh, I surprised that many people that sell moringa, it's like karba type. I mean, it's not that good. So there are different kind of moringa available. So you have to also check that. Otherwise, you'll buy and you cannot eat it. And when you are planting it in various regions, there also you have to take care of it, that it should not be like, it should be eatable. So 2-3 kinds are there actually.
Yes, sir.
And coming to the health benefit, so your survey, everything was good actually. So, one more thing you could have highlighted that, what are the disease, particularly what are the disease you can, you cannot stop by, eating vegetable, but you can fight with them. What are the list of diseases are available? You can, if you take this type of vegetables, so you can fight with that disease, something like that, so that you can convince more people. Understand? What you have done is you can take moringa as a miracle tree, something like that. That is what that was your tagline. You can do that, and parallelly you can list out more diseases, because we Indian mentality is something like that. We used to fight with diseases, so we have a lot of diseases and we have to fight with them. So kind of just you can scare them ki, these are the common diseases already available, and we have kind of vegetables, so you can fight with them, something like that. Understand my point? So
Yes, sir.
otherwise, yeah, this presentation was very good. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I like that. Yeah.
Very good presentation, and a very right topic you have selected, seeing the condition of pandemic. So it's very good you have done the survey, and Professor, they already pointed out what to do. You have to aware the people about how it is going to be benefit. And also I have one more suggestion. You can plan to give them a suggestion, then they can you can try to make a tablet of this this 3 leaves or maybe the fruits, so that people can eat daily while before the food and something like that. Some concrete solution you have to give. People may not adopt eating these leaves or fruits, but they are ready to eat tablets. Okay, So it may be a good solution to them, so that you have to think some novel solution so that people can adopt it.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. Good luck from my side.
Thank you.
Good awareness point of view, and presentation wise also very effectively made. Good. Again, I would reiterate on the other two jury members. If you could have mapped some kind of common lifestyle diseases, and then the health benefits of this, and also some indicative of how much should you consume. It's not so much, you just need to have 5 leaves or 1 cup of it. So that would make it more easy to accept it. If you say it's like a great tree, it's great, but the next question is, how much should I eat? Are you asking me to eat 10 grams or 100 grams? Accordingly, the taste and the style. So some kind of innovativeness in terms of medical, as a medicine or as a candy or as a good food recipes, if you would have suggested, it would have been more appealing or connecting.
Ma'am, it is in a powder form and you can have it every day. Like we were watching it on social media. So they told they use moringa powder because it is available also in Fab India. So they were using it for 1 month and they have seen this change. And now we are trying to do it on our level. Like that was on social media, but now we are trying to make it on our level. We will not stop this research work.
Yeah, great. So that powder form, how much you should use, or say it's not so bitter or it's tasty, you can mix it with this, some recommendations so that the people can accept it easily.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, great. Good
Okay,
job.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Is Aryan Chitkara available?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Okay, you wanted to go ahead, right? There's some issue with the organizers, so they'll be joining. They got disconnected. You can go ahead.
Actually, I'm still facing some network issues. So just if you could just give me 5 minutes more, I could just settle up things and then I can just start the presentation 5 minutes later if that's possible.
Fine in that case.
So we can go with any other presentation, right?
So yeah, the next is Akanksha Sharma ready? The next in order, DAV model school sector 15. Or Ritvik Srivastava.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to go ahead?
We would require some time, ma'am, because we were not aware that such problem will be there in group number 5.
Okay. I don't see Akanksha Sharma login. I'm not sure if.
In Muskan from Government Model School. Muskan.
Yes, sir.
So can you present? Are you ready to present?
Yes, sir. So 1 minute.
Yeah, then you can start.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Ramjitji, you are not audible. Okay, are you saying something?
Yes, sir.
Are you saying something?
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
But sir, this means internet has gone. I am working on mobile data. So,
Okay. But we can continue with the
Yeah,
Muskan.
yeah, please continue. We are making some arrangement. What is the problem actually?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, Muskan, please go ahead.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Muskan and my partner's name is Shivani. Today, me and my partner are here to represent Government Model Senior Secondary School from Sector 10A, Chandigarh. Our topic for today's NCSE program is, focal theme is Science for Sustainable Living and sub-theme number is 4, Design, Development and Modeling for Sustainable Living. Our title is Recycling and Upcycling Green Solution in Clothing. Well, textile and apparel industry comprise of an ecosystem where production starts from spinning and knitting to cutting the fabric. As a part of textile industry, moving on to the final product where designing and stitching is done. Finally, marketing and retail of apparel is done. Textiles are mass produced particularly in developing countries like India, Pakistan, Vietnam, Cambodia, Korea, where labor costs are low. This industry can be distinctly divided into 4 levels: production of raw materials from textiles to leather to fur, designing apparels, procurement of raw materials, and manufacturing of apparel, retail sales in respective markets, advertising, and promotion. This industry has contributed to ecological and social imbalances. From obtaining raw materials to the disposal of clothes, the industry contributes to environmental degradation. It relies on heavy use of water and electricity, harmful chemicals, and dyes for the processing of textiles. The toxic waste is then released into water supplies, which seeps into the surrounding regions of water or is emitted as greenhouse gases, leading to the massive degradation of soil, water, and air. With increasing awareness of impact of textile and apparel on the environment, customers and companies are shifting towards sustainable practices. The study aims to discuss how we practice the 5 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, repair, and redesign. Now, textile recycling. It is a process of recovering fiber, yarn, and reprocessing the textile material into useful products. Now, upcycling. Upcycling means using old or discarded clothing and converting them into pieces that is better than its original design and value addition.
Upcycling leads to less water usage, fewer chemicals and carbon emissions, and avoiding contribution to landfills. Now, moving on to a reason of selecting this topic is that we have observed that people buy clothes to show themselves as fashionable, trendy, and high class rather than fulfilling their needs, which leads to increased expenditure, wasteful consumption, and exploitation of natural resources that are used to produce them. Clothes are used for short span of time and are discarded since there is no proper disposal mechanisms. These clothes end up in landfills or are burned, causing air, water, and soil pollution. We have selected this project to emphasize the need of recycling and upcycling of clothes we use in order to ensure sustainable living. So, as for our study, we have identified two hypotheses. Hypothesis number one is people buy clothes out of luxury rather than need and discard them when they go out of fashion. Number two, people reuse and upcycle clothes at home. Our objective is clothes are used for short span of time and are discarded when we have selected this project to emphasize the need of recycling and upcycling of clothes to ensure sustainable living. As for this study, we have interviewed 15 people who are decision makers in their family. We have studied various online resources such as articles, news, and government websites. According to our online sources, textile waste is the third largest source of municipal solid waste in India. According to some estimates, up to 25% of fabric is lost during the garment cutting and making process. As per the Indian Textile Journal, it is estimated that more than 1 million ton of textiles are disposed every year, with most of this coming from household sources. It amounts to 0.79 kg of textile per waste per capita, but actually 95% of clothes that get thrown away could be reworn, reused, and recycled. Now, moving on to our analysis of data. On an average, people buy 12 items of clothing per person annually. People are motivated by discounts on brands and their choice and their need, and if there is any occasion, they buy clothes according to that. For high quality products, most people use clothes over 3 years, and while others are discarded after 2 years because of lighter material and being out of fashion or getting worn out. 7 out of 15 people responded that clothes that don't fit them anymore are used by someone in their family, and 3 out of 15 people said that they don't use the same clothes that they have worn at a public occasion or event. 9 out of 15 people said that they follow fashion trends and buy clothes as per the fashion. 8 out of 15 people said that they discard clothes that are not that are out of fashion. Either they have donated those clothes or thrown them away. Mostly people are not aware of the resources that goes into the loss caused to environment while producing the textiles and clothes. Mostly people are not aware of all this exploitation of resources and degradation which contributes to our environment. Now, results and conclusion for our study is as follows: that as per our analysis and interviews, we have found that our both hypotheses are true. People buy clothes out of luxury rather than need and discard them when they go out of fashion. They often use clothes as dresses at home and discard them. There is less frequency of upcycling. Awareness regarding upcycling is less and hence needs to be communicated with structures measures. Now, moving on to the solution of the problem. Firstly, awareness of customer. In order to decrease excess consumption of clothes, customers must be made aware about the loss caused to environment in producing them. The main focus should be on 5 R's so that there will be less wastage and exploitation of resources. We also have to make sure that companies must adopt sustainable practices in their production, such that sources like water and electricity are wisely used. They should use non-conventional resources like solar energy and wind energy to produce electricity. In the short term, adopting sustainable practices might require investment, but these turn into profits in the long term. And the last but not the least, government rules and regulations. Government rules and regulations should push organizations to follow environmental norms. Government should focus on recycling and upcycling measures of cloth. It will reduce the wastage of resources by segregating biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste, reducing plastic consumption, treatment of chemical waste, and reusing or upcycling clothes so that there will be. These practices will reduce raw material consumption, save costs, and decrease the environmental pollution. And the most important thing is it leads to sustainable living for long-term benefits for the society, and it will also improve environmental quality, enabling healthy living. Now, me and my partner Shivani will show you some upcycled clothes items that we have made with the help of our mothers. Shivani.
These are homemade bags which we have upcycled at home from old clothes, and these are more useful and better than the polythene bags which we buy in the markets. And this is a table cover which we had made from old sweaters. A duster which we have made from old clothes at home.
This is a mat made from old bed sheets and mattresses. This can be used for many other uses also. And this is a mask made from old kurtis and shirts. And this was all about our project. Thank you so much.
Yeah, very good topic selected. But I could have expected, I mean, the presentation way was not that good. And it was like you are reading that. I mean, you have the written paragraph and you are reading. So that skill you need to improve. Okay. So it's just more interactive way we should present. And the topic is good. And I have few suggestions like your topic is recycling or upcycling the clothes, right? So what you have shown in the last, so that is exciting actually, instead of what you are presenting. Okay, so you can recycle your clothes and what else you can make from your old clothes.
Sir, your voice is not clear. Can you repeat?
Because something is interrupting. Jinganji, can you mute yourself?
Yes, sir. This side, Paramjit Singh. Jingle
Okay, so please
yeah.
mute it. Otherwise, it's echoing or something is happening. Okay, so can you hear me now, Muskan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So did you get my point? I mean, you are doing recycling or upcycling. So upcycling part was more catchy than the recycling part. So recycling part, I have a suggestion. If you can do that campaigning, for example, in every sector or at least a few, if you can make some, I mean, old clothes center, something like that, or cabinet. So, and there, if it is written that free old clothes, something like that. And people who are not using their clothes, they will wash it and iron it and put it there. So whoever will need it, they can collect it from there. So free cloth center. So this is another way of recycling. So it is not you are using, but somebody, it will help to somebody. So that is another way of recycling. For example, some free books are available in few countries. So there will be a library in the roadside and free books are available. So whoever want to read, they can go and read. Something like that. So for clothes also, you can make it say. So some kind of innovative proposal you need to make. And like your second part, I like more, the upcycling of clothes. So that was interesting to me. So yeah, you should take care of that. Yeah, thank you.
Actually, there was some technical problem.
Yeah, it's okay.
ठीक हो गया.
Yeah, it's okay, Jingamji. Very good presentation by Muskan. Without having any issue with the time, you were taken a little earlier. Though good presentation. Muskan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the survey again, I'll ask you. You have done the awareness survey. So you have done in your known persons, or you have taken the help of your administration, school administration?
So firstly, we interviewed some teachers, some of our teachers, and some of our neighbors, and we have interviewed some tailors in our neighborhood.
Okay, so any industry person you have contacted?
What's up? I can't hear.
Any okay, this industry, okay, cloth industry, who is making the clothes? Okay, have you contacted, or maybe any? Okay. So anyway, good presentation. Keep doing good work. But as Professor they had suggested, you follow that all things. That is all from my side.
Yes, thank you so much.
Good work. I would suggest few things. Firstly, be more confident when you do good work, and the presentation style, instead of reading through, what you could have done is a bit of reading. If you're not so fluent with the language, fine, but then that upcycling, whatever you did, you pushed it to the last, and the interesting part is like covered in very less time. That could have been done in middle, so that it doesn't look like you're reading only the material. It's more interactive. And another thing, if you could have, other than both of you, if you could have encouraged your friends or someone else also to come up with some upcycle products, that would actually shown the impact of your awareness campaign. So next time, try to motivate your friends, neighbors, or anyone. Say you surveyed 50 people. Out of them, even if 3 people come with 3 upcycle products, it's like a win for your awareness campaign.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good job. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
जी अच्छा. Thank you, Muskan. Thank you very much. और नेक्स्ट मैडम, नेक्स्ट डीपीएस हो गया, ये चितकारा हो गया मैडम?
No, sir. Chitkara was not ready, and in fact, we didn't have the DAV 15 Akanksha Sharma and next DPS Ritvik. They both are pending.
Now you can take DPS. DPS is there now. Shift.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ritvik, yes. Ritvik, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Just sharing the screen. So just a minute. Sir, is the screen visible?
Yes.
Morning to one and all present here. Today, I, Ritvik Srivastav, along with my co-worker Devansh Agarwal from Delhi Public School, Chandigarh, feel privileged for getting this opportunity to present our research work titled Bio-Air Purifiers and Aid for a New Life, beginning with a thoughtful quote. Innovation transforms the useful seeds of invention into widely adopted solutions valued above every existing alternative, said by Braden Kelly. Our sub-theme is 3, and the name of the theme is Social Innovation for Sustainable Living. The main objectives of this project are, first, to socially help the poor by giving them employment and fixing a great income along with free education for their children in night school. To environmentally help the ecosystem by clearing up of garbage from such dirty city, thus making it clean, and also by purifying the air of the city by improving the AQI, thus improving the health of the people of the city. As we all know, charts are an integral part of every project. So here are some charts prepared on the basis of our research work and the survey conducted. Firstly, what is environment? It is a complex of physical, chemical, and biochemical factors such as climate, soil, and living things that act upon every living organism or ecological community and determine its formation and living. How to save the environment? Firstly, people were asked how to save the environment. The options given was by using 15-year-old vehicle, by throwing garbage on roads, by switching to LED bulbs, or by using showers for bathing. The option which we had expected over here was by switching to LED bulbs, and only 10% of the people knew the correct answer. Secondly, what is the function of an air purifier? The options given were to remove the dust from air, to clean the ecosystem, to detoxify the air with dirt removal, or to beautify the city. And the answer which we had expected over here was to detoxify the air with dirt removal. And only 8% of the people knew the correct answer. Our NGO in Delhi thinks of a plan for socially helping the poor beggars and environmentally clearing up the garbage dumps, all landfills, and purifying the air of the city. To begin with it, the NGO surveyed on the number of beggars, the most polluted spots of Delhi, and available parks in those spots for the setup of air purifiers near those spots and the biomass plants in the outskirts of the city. A special care will be taken in keeping the setup of the air purifiers in the areas away from the airport. The data of the number of beggars in the city is as follows: 20,790 beggars, which is a very huge number. The data of the 10 most polluted spots of Delhi is as follows, shown by the table below. This is a part of our survey conducted through a Google form. Here you can see that I met the beggars in person and convinced them for their social upliftment. As I am a 9th class student and I don't have so much money for to help them, so I convinced them by providing them small commodities like it can be refined oil or the packets of biscuits, through which when I convinced them, so they were convinced and they were ready. These were the charts. Would you like to work and earn for your livelihood instead of begging? Second, what does burning of biogas emit? Third, how to engage beggars without any problem of income. This is the chart prepared by us on the basis of our project. This shows that running air purifiers through biogas will clean the environment and also save the non-renewable sources of energy like electricity, coal, etc. Second, as I told, that the beggars were asked that would you like to earn for your livelihood instead of begging? 56% of them said yes, 24% of them said no, and 20% of them said not decided. About biomass heating systems. Biomass heating systems generate heat from biomass. The systems fall under the categories of direct combustion, gasification, combined heat and power, anaerobic digestion, and aerobic digestion. Types of biomass heating systems are automated, semi-automated, and fired.
So have you done it or still waiting for something?
Actually, there was some network problem, so I'm
No, sir, I think my partner got disconnected. So just a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
This image shows that the garbage fuel or the garbage dumps are being transferred into the gasification tank, then into the boiler for the production of biogas, and then the gas is let out to the gas outlet. After spending huge sums of time on searching on different aspects, our NGO decided to take the different number of beggars from the roads. Sir, my partner got disconnected, sir. Sir, so I'm very sorry, sir. Due to network problems,
You
sir,
can,
my
you
partner
can continue. You can continue. You can continue what you want to tell. Ritik, if you want, you can continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. After spending huge sums of time researching on different aspects, the NGO will set up a number of air purifiers in the city, provided on the different spots of the city, and that would run on biogas and take the different number of beggars and on the roads for it to our workplace. And then over there, they will be given the following instructions. Firstly, it will tell them the various spots in Delhi which are the most polluted and the landfills full of waste. Second, the beggars will be divided into different groups for waste collection. After a day's hard collection, the vehicle of NGO in the evening will come to collect waste from all the waste spots. The garbage will be brought to the biomass plant where the biodegradable waste like kitchen waste, animal waste, or plant waste is led to the production of biogas. The non-biodegradable waste, instead of being dumped, will be sent to the waste recycling plant of the city. Through this, the NGO will earn a lot of profit by selling the waste to the recycle plant at the rate of rupees 50 per kg. As a result of days hard work, the beggars will be provided with a fixed income of rupees 500 per beggar per day, along with free education for their children in night school. That large production of biogas will then efficiently run the air purifiers, which would lead to the improvement in the AQI, that is the air quality index of the city, which in turn would decrease the casualties due to pollution. The result would be very fruitful as our research work would be executed. 0.11% of Delhi's population is begging on the roads or the streets. Out of the air pollution in Delhi, 41% of it is due to the vehicular emissions, 21.5% of it is due to the dust, and 18% is due to the industry emission. The current average AQI of Delhi is 407, and it needs to be improved much by reducing below 300. Delhi has been ranked number 1 in terms of air pollution out of the whole country, and it is in the list of top 10 most polluted cities in the world. As per our research, there will be a remarkable improvement in the AQI of Delhi from 407 to 290 in a very short duration of 20 days. Out of 20,719 beggars, only 15 to 20 of them will be found begging on street, while others will be engaged in destructive tasks which will improve those beggars' lifestyle. Delhi will be then fit to breathe for all living organisms due to garbage removal and its judicious use for a productive outcome. You can see in this image that beggars usually used to beg on roads and get only something to eat or earn. Second, they will get the opportunity for employment due to the idea and will secure a fixed income. Third, will get their due as a result of days hard collection. An ending note.
So you are done?
An ending note. The only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go with them into the impossible, said very wisely by Arthur C. Clarke. Hope you all liked our idea. Thank you so much. A joint effort by me and Devansh.
Sir, very sorry for the inconvenience in between. Actually, I got disconnected, so that's why the presentation.
Yeah, I mean, that is fine. So, I mean, that is not your problem. That is fine.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, very good presentation by Ritik and Devansh. And I like your topic also. So actually you are giving a solution of two. So one is you are trying to improve the lifestyle of beggars. Another way you are just giving solution for air purifier or biogas production, something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's a very nice idea actually, not only for biogas production, you can improve the beggar's lifestyle in many ways, basically.
Yes, sir.
So that could be one topic actually. I mean, how to improve the beggar's lifestyle. That itself can be one topic.
Yes, sir. Actually, it's a research work that would be executed in the future for the improvement of the condition of the beggars and improvement on the quality of the environment.
Yeah, that's good. And how many? I mean, you have shown some chart, 20%, 20%, and 40%, something like that. How many beggars are agreed? So, where from you have? I mean, where you have focused? Which cities beggars you have focused in this?
So Delhi. Sir, it's Delhi. So
Okay.
Delhi has a lot of number of beggars in the city, and also a lot of pollution is there in Delhi. So I thought that this plan would help the Delhi a lot.
So you too went to Delhi, or how did you collect it?
Sir, actually, I live in Delhi, sir. Due to the COVID era, I went to my grandfather's house, and my father did a tourable job, so he lives in Chandigarh. So I am living.
Fine. So I mean, how many beggars you have contacted?
Sir,
Total
it's
number?
25. Sir, it's 25 beggars.
25. Okay. So and what you have shown, 40 or 60% are agreed to come to their normal lifestyle,
And
right?
those who agreed, they were 56%, and those who said no, those who said no, they were 24%, and those who said that they are not decided yet, they were 20%.
Okay, that itself tells that, I mean, many people want to come or income in the conventional way actually. So
Yes, sir.
it's a social duty that if we can at least 20% out of them, if we can bring to the normal lifestyle, it's a big achievement. It's a big
Yes,
achievement.
sir.
So I really like this concept.
Thank you,
Best
sir.
of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Sir, actually, these were the slides that I think we had left in between when I got disconnected. So you can take a look at it if these were missed. So this is
No,
No, Ritik have presented it.
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so do you know this concept has been installed in Chandigarh as well? Do you know where it is installed?
Sir, it's in the Mani Majra, sir. Over in the Chowk or the Choraha, there is a India's tallest air purifier in Chandigarh.
And also in near to sector 26.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
And
so-
it's near to Elante Mall also.
Yeah. So this has been much popular. So whatever bio-based you have, you can
Yes.
use that to provide it. Very good presentation and a very good topic selected. Okay, Aparna, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good presentation. So what do you think would be the bottlenecks in implementing it? It's good if it goes.
Pardon, ma'am, they was.
I'm asking, what do you think would be the bottlenecks in implementing it? What problems or challenges you envisage if you want to actually implement this?
So, ma'am, challenges which we will face is that convincing the bikers will be the utmost challenge, and then it would be the cost and the effectiveness of the biogas plants that will be set up, and also the air spots which have to be set up in Delhi for the garbage collection, and setting the air purifiers near to those spots. And this will be the implementation will be a big challenge for us, but we will quite be able to do this and quite effectively implement this.
Okay.
And ma'am, one more knowledge which we have gone in was that the Ministry of Water in Delhi will be constructing 15 more biogas plants in the upcoming years. So we will contact them and we'll work with them for our plan, and we will ask them to connect one of their biogas plants with our air purifiers, and we'll assure them that the garbage will be provided by us only for the particular biogas plant.
What are the technical skills or knowledge required for the beggars to actually do the garbage collection or segregation? Do you think just from day one they can do it, or you need some training or skill impartment to them?
So, ma'am, firstly we need to educate them about they need to segregate the waste into wet waste and dry waste, because as we told that also in the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste, because as we told you that the non-biodegradable waste will be sent to the recycle plant where we will get a lot of profit. So we need to make them learn that this has to be the methodology for the segregation. So this type of education has to be given to them before they start doing this work.
Right. So if I tell the biogas plant or the air purifier is something which is already existing or the ministry is taking up, I would suggest if you can focus on how you bring in this or solve the problem of beggars as a trained manpower so that they can do this job. So some interactive ways of representing that would be more of USP for your pitch rather than the other part, which is already being done by large industries. Okay.
Yes.
Good job. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Sir, you're muted.
Yes. Next project is from I think DAV Model 15, Akansha.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, for those who don't know me, myself, Akansha Sharma from DAV Model School, Sector 15A, Chandigarh, with my co-partner, Kalash Tripathi. Well, I'm particularly a very techno-savvy child and I love my devices. I'm kind of addicted to social media, Instagram and all things. But there was a very important way in which I, got addicted to, environment love from those devices. So it has a very interesting story, and I would like you all to listen it carefully. What happened was, from these 3 months, like September, November, December, we had offline classes, and we faced a problem at our school that was the Monday market. I have a very close friend. She's very close to me. She was suffering from asthma. She stopped coming to school, and I contacted her, and she said that her doctor said that it is the air quality of Chandigarh, probably I would say, that she can't, go outside without wearing mask, and she was having a very, very much difficulty in breathing. What happened was the actual problem behind this cause. We have a mandi and a market, which is quite adjacent to our school's building. The smokes and the fumes from the food they cook, plus the rotten and the unwanted material they ignite, rather than degrading it, it's quite, surprising. They don't degrade it, they dispose it by ignition. We contacted those sellers that we are facing this problem at our school, and students have stopped coming to school. But unfortunately, as we, the teenagers, are taken as kids, we were not listened to. They said that you are not adults and you are not allowed to take things in your hands. So then we, tried a better legal way. We proposed 2 solutions to our principal madam regarding this problem, and highlighted that why are students not coming to school due to this problem. And this leads to a hypothesis, which is the first one: burning of Havan samagris can have a magical effect in improving the air quality. And the second one is creation of a natural air purifier, which immensely are our plants. So I would like my co-partner Kalash to take on the lead through the PPT. Yes, Kalash.
Thank you, Akanksha. So every problem has its own solution, and by doing Havanas, the bacterial level of a place can be reduced to 94%. Havan is also effective on many diseases connected with bacteria and viruses. Havan Samagri gives mental peace and was also used as a way to cure many diseases related to mind. Every day, one class is chosen for the Havan ceremony, and they are taught the benefits, and in addition to it, they are also taught the mantras and the way of performing the Havana. And these are some pictures of our school conducting the Havan on a daily basis. And as you all know that plants play an important role in our environment. So coming to the natural air purifiers of the plants like bamboo palm, mother-in-law's tongue, Chinese evergreen have been scientifically proven as air purifiers by NASA in its report in 1989. Researchers found that plants absorb VOCs or volatile organic compounds from the air. Move to the next slide, Akanksha.
I have moved to the next slide, Kalash. You are not able to see it? Okay, I guess there's some technical issue. I would take the lead. Plants' ability to remove pollutants from air is extraordinary, and we all know that. They also absorb the carbon dioxide and viruses we exhale. So we particularly planted 50 plants from the categories we already told in our school. And here are some of the glimpses you would also like to see. Now coming to our survey, we contacted 50 people, in which 20 were school students, 10 were the college students, and 10 teachers plus 10 local folks. What we did in our survey, was particularly talking about, Havanas as a spiritual or a scientific thing. And we also asked them that do they believe that Havans can have a, effect on environment. So particularly they thought that Havans are basically just for traditional and spiritual things. They also put forth it that Havans are, economically very not so much good for some people. So what happened was we proposed an idea to them that if we amend Havanas rather than a spiritual way, we make it a bit of scientific. Like if you just use the Havan Samagri and ignite it and put wood in it, and you could do Havan yourself also, rather than a spiritual way. That could also, give something better to the environment. And as we all know that, taking example of yoga, from these 2 to 3 years after telling benefits of yogas to the whole world, it has spread its branches all over the world. We want that Havan spreads its branches all over the world, rather than a more as spiritual way, a scientific way. So this was our lead, and the next step is yours. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very good presentation, Kamsa. So I'm a little bit confused about, your main topic is like drive for green school, right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you justify that? You are just telling about some air purification, what to do, what not to do, right? If I am right. So how do you justify your title? Can you a little bit elaborate?
Yes, sir. I would just like to elaborate it. Sir, drive, what it actually means is that we have planted 50 saplings of the, earlier told plants, which were mother-in-law's tongue, English ivy, and ficus. And in our school, particularly, I showed you the picture also. So these things were done under this drive, which we carried on in our school regarding the problem.
Okay. So have you seen that this type of problem is, around the Chandigarh or all over the India, or is it that the local problem? What is your opinion?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I would just like to put forth some data that in Chandigarh also there is a huge air pollution. As I told that my friend, she suffered from asthma, and basically we thought of the problem due to that. Why is she not allowed to come to the school? So that was the main thing, and this is happening all over Chandigarh. The air quality of Chandigarh is fluctuating between 150 to 170, which is quite unhealthy for these groups which are having lung, heart disease, and asthma.
Okay, but this is, the air quality controlled by many factors. So,
yes, sir.
Do you know, how much from each factor? For example, from vehicles, how much it is contributing? From stubble burning, that is the main issue actually. So, how much contributing to the air pollution? Then only what solution you are giving. How much it can reduce? That also you have to think. The number, I need number. So
Yes,
do you know?
sir. Sir, actually, our survey area is only limited to our school for as such now talking about. We have not exceeded it to, much more things. Our main problem was the Mandi market, which we have chosen. And for that, we have proposed these 2 things.
Okay. Okay, you can give some. So my main conclusion here from your presentation is, you can do it. So the topic was very good and you have presented nicely. So you can be more focused and
Yes,
give
sir.
some solution to the society. So
Sir, yeah. Sir, please continue.
Yeah, I'm done actually. You can
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, my main solution to this problem was that, we take Havan as a spiritual thing always, but why not take it as a scientific thing? And why not implement? Actually, we have also implemented it like weekly. we talked to some folks in sector 15 and we told them that try it weekly. If you feel like, which were having asthma and, heart lungs disease patients, we told them try this Havan just scientifically, not spiritually, weekly. So still we haven't got some, results regarding that, but we would soon get.
Okay. Okay. That's all.
Any other
I
question?
am fine. I am fine with it. Aparna can go ahead.
Yeah, Akanksha, I'm a bit confused on yours. Your focus is on air quality index, and the solution you're providing is conducting Havan as right. So did you try to map any correlation? And it also involves burning of some material. So how much of it is positive, how much of it is negatively impacting? Someone with asthma can get a trigger even with a small incense stick sometime. So I'm a bit not clear on your concept portrayal especially.
Ma'am, actually our hypothesis, or you could say the problem, is not about air quality index. It is about the mandi market, basically the local problem we face in our school. So we just try to suppress it through the havanas and planting more and more trees.
So in that case, I think you should not use this term air quality index because it's misleading and you're not able to justify it. So the problem has to be reformulated. You can say something to do with bad odor or not so healthy gases or something like that, and it's specific. And you can reformulate that where you have such kind of localities where children and some others also co-share the spaces. We are proposing a solution. Don't make it generic to air quality because it's not addressing that.
Right, ma'am.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kansha. Thank you very much. Our next project is from DPS. DPS is there. DPS Sector 40. Ritvik Srivastava.
Ritik has done, I
DPS is
think.
done. Yeah.
Ritik has done.
Done. Okay, okay.
So next will be Keshav Bhalla, I guess.
Next is from Government Model Senior Secondary School Secretariat, Keshav Bhalla.
Yes, sir.
Keshav Bhalla.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Keshav, should we start?
Yes, please.
Okay. So good morning, everyone all present here. I am Ashish Kumar Dhari, along with my friend Keshav, are here to present our topic, that is to study the problem of deaths caused by delay in ambulance services happens due to traffic congestion and suggest AI solution. Our focal theme is science for sustainable living, and our sub theme is design, development, modeling, and planning for sustainable development.
So good morning, everyone. And I will introduce you all this project. This project is based on the real life problem in India and also other countries. These type of cases is not often, but are a major issue in the society. For us, each life counts. So that is why we try to understand this major problem and find some effective solution. Now, we would like you to understand the cause of this problem, that is traffic congestion. We all know that traffic management in India is very poor. Also, a very vast population in our country are either really not mentally prepared to handle such cases or they are not aware of this problem. Below is an illustration that shows two scenarios. The first scenario, this shows that what happens nowadays when an ambulance with its siren approaches the traffic. Some vehicles move to the left while others shift to the right. The ambulance driver is forced to seek out the gap and drive in a zigzag manner. At times, there is a mass honking to alert the traffic police if an ambulance is stuck at a signal. The other scenario shows
Visible.
that what should happen.
The screen is not visible.
The screen is not visible.
It is.
Okay, sir. So the scenario shows that what should happen whenever an ambulance with a siren approaches on, all vehicles should move to the extreme left and stop till the ambulance goes past. Drivers too should be trained to stay only on the extreme right. But this does not happen due to some preventable deficiencies in our country. So now my friend Ashish would explain you the hypothesis and objective of our project.
So let us talk about hypothesis for our project. So our hypothesis for this project is to delay in ambulance caused by traffic congestion. Delay in ambulance services happens due to adverse traffic management system. Delay in ambulance services causes deaths, and lack of awareness among people and administration, and not adopting optimum solutions. Now when we let us talk about objectives. So our objectives for this project is to check whether this problem is a major issue or not, to discuss this problem with people and get their opinions, to find effective solution to this problem and aware people about it. Now Keshav, please continue with the methodology.
Okay, so our method to do this project is through two ways. The two ways are the data we have collected from the internet and from the local analysis. Below is the data from the internet. And Indian government data shows that more than 50% of heart attack cases reach hospital late due to patients stuck in traffic. Around 45,000 to 50,000 people die due to this case each year in India. According to a study, the goal of an ambulance is to reach any place within 15 to 20 minutes after a distress call and transport the patient to a health facility within 20 minutes thereafter. But our studies show that this is not happening. So the above data that we have collected and some more data that we're going to show you from the internet have been collected from various authentic websites such as the Hindu, the Hindustan Times, the Times of India, innovate.mygovernment.in, and the ResearchGate. Now, we have some more data from the internet. Here are two graphs. The first graph. This graph shows that how some minutes of delay in ambulance services can lead to so many deaths. For example, if we see the graph carefully, if we see that there is a difference of 1 minute, around 300 lives are dead. Now, if we see the second graph, the following graph shows that as population increases from 1970 to 2015, in the same manner, the death percentage increases due to ambulance delay, due to more vehicles and increase in traffic. Now, we have some data from a local analysis. We created a Google form and shared with some people. Here below are the responses. The first question is, do you know about the deaths that are taking place due to ambulance stuck in traffic? Majority of the people said that yes, they know about this case. And 26.7% people said that they might know about this case. The second question is, if yes, where did they got to know about this case? 33.3% people said that they got to know about this case from newspaper. 26.7% people said they got to know about this case from television broadcast. The same ratio of the people said they got to know through people. Only 1% of people said that they got to know from their workplace. The third question is, in your opinion, are these cases common? So the majority of them said they think these cases are common. 26.7% people said that yes, they know that these cases are common. And 26% people said that they don't know about this case as they are common or not. Now, the fourth question is, what is the major cause of this problem? 2 people said that some other major cause was the problem. 7 people said that the poor traffic management system was the major cause. And 6 people said the lack of awareness among people was required. So from the above data, it can be concluded that this problem is not major in our locality. But if we see stats, according to the India, this condition is worse. Now, my friend Ashish would tell you the solution.
So for this solution, we have planned to create a system using our present technology, which will be controlled easily by a map-based application. Our system includes an alarming system, which will be installed at traffic point, and that could be easily be controlled whenever required. So the requirements for the system are interface so that driver could check the traffic congestion on his way to hospital, and awareness to people that they should know how to react when the alarm or the siren directs. So let us talk about how it works. So as soon as the driver activates the system, first he will check whether he will face traffic or not. If he is facing, then he will activate the system 5 to 10 minutes before reaching the congested area. So when he will activate the system, the alarm and the voice command will be activated, which will guide people that an ambulance is coming from this location and will travel to this location. So it will be there in 5 to 10 minutes. So please do what is possible to make a path for ambulance to pass by. So this technology is not something new. It is already present in our country. As we all board on trains, we can see, we know that it is announced that a train will be boarding or a train will be departing. So it is available in our country, but just we have to apply the use of it. And as we conducted surveys, we often ask people that how do you think our solution is, how much appropriate? So majority of them said yes, it is appropriate, but somehow 33% of them said they are not sure about it. So that's all from my side. No, Keshav, please continue the rest.
So to get a better view of our solution, we have created an animation. Please have a look at this animation. So, sir, this was our animation. I hope our solution would be cleared through this animation. So, Ashish and I conclude from the above project by thanking the National Children's Science Congress, Department of Science Technology India, Environment of Science India, so that they provided us this platform to present our ideas on this. And I also would like to thank our guide who guided us through this project. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the idea. So good presentation. So the animation you took from the internet or you have made?
We made it own.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Sir, I said we made it own.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice idea. So I don't have any
Thank
question.
you, okay.
Good. From the idea perspective, I would like to understand, what do you think would be the challenge in implementing it?
Ma'am, the real challenge in implementing this solution is that, like we showed you our Google form, that like 76% of the people were only having appropriate with our solution. So making solution and implementing it really is tough, and people getting the technology will be tough. It is a new technology. AI solution is there, so I think people will take time to adopt this solution to them.
Okay, and how do you think you can maintain the solution, assuming that it's deployed, you've designed and deployed? What challenges in terms of making it work or regular maintenance of the system so that it's effective?
I think there will be only one challenge in making that. We have to install this all in our locality and in India. And there is a new technology, that is AI. So I think working with AI technology is nowadays not new, but yes.
Yeah, that's from my side. Thanks.
Very good presentation, as well as a very good topic you selected, and very feasible for the current scenario. Chandigarh is very fortunate city to have very wide road, but if you go in Delhi or maybe in Bangalore, you'll find this problem very often.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so have you talked with any administration regarding this problem, or this is you or you with your teachers done your own self? Okay, this is any technical discussion with the traffic police or something like that?
Yes, sir. Sir, we discussed with some of the ambulance drivers. We called them due to COVID restriction. We called them and we got their opinions. They mainly said they do not get much problem in Chandigarh, because Chandigarh is a city that is now very well built. But they said that when occasion they come, so sometimes traffic take times to clear on. So that is why we created this solution by talking to them.
Okay, very good, very good.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Our next project is from Chitkala International School.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I hope I am audible and visible.
Yes.
So firstly, sir, really sorry for the inconvenience caused. Actually, we were having some network issues earlier, so we weren't be able to present that time. But now we are ready. And my teammate Divyana Garg is sharing the screen. It would be there in a few seconds. But sir, and sir, meanwhile, thank you for giving us this opportunity. We are highly grateful. And through this opportunity, we intend to make the society a better place by our project. So good morning to the respected judges. I am Aryan, along with my teammate Divyana from Chitkara International School, code CHSR9, will be presenting our idea, SPIPO, an integrated pole. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So first, let's give you an overview of the product by a video. So is the video visible?
Video is not there.
Yes, it would be there in few seconds. So now is the video visible? Sir, hello.
The slideshow is not visible. Your first slide is only stuck.
Ma'am, I think my teammate Divyana Garg is not the co-host, so that's why it's happening. If you could just
No.
If you could
The
just
presentation is visible to us, but it's not going to the next slide.
Oh.
Ma'am, screen has been shifted to the next slide.
No, probably it's because you did a screen share first and then did a slideshow later. Reshare the entire window.
Yes, I think we should reshare the.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, is now the screen visible?
Yes.
Ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible. Please go ahead.
Yes. This is the video.
So that is where the problem. Whenever you go for the play, it is not coming. So that's what Dr. Aparna has said, that you have to share the entire screen first, then you start playing your video.
Yes, I think
Okay,
we
sir.
should.
Yes, sir. Sir, is the video now playing?
Now start playing.
Sir,
It's not playing now.
so I think we should, if we could,
There is problem in the slide.
yes.
Video नहीं चल रही।
It's okay. You can go ahead with the presentation. Explain the concept.
Yes.
Don't
Yes,
panic.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so good morning, everyone. Now we would like to present our ideas, people.
So, judges, have you ever thought what can lack of information or miscommunication cost us? And if I put a price of 20,000 crore rupees to it, yes, 20,000 crore rupees are wasted annually in form of chemicals and fertilizers by farmers just because of the lack of knowledge of instantaneous soil parameters, weather forecast, and condition of growth. Therefore, we present to you SPEPO, an integrated speaking pole. The main novelties of SPEPO are it provides a reliable power source through solar panels integrated with humidity, temperature, rainfall, and soil pH sensors, making it 24/7 operable. It communicates data to the location repeatedly, advising farmers to act accordingly from the server node. The establishment of server nodes save energy requirements at the place of installation.
Now, coming upon to the working of SPEPO, it has a supply of 40 watts of power conducted by a 12-volt solar panel. The Raspberry Pi 3B processes the raw data with the help of sensors, which are temperature sensor, humidity sensor, fire detection sensor, rainfall intensity sensor, soil pH sensor, and soil light intensity sensor. Raspberry Pi 3B interfaces the raw data into GSM module, which provides a link to our server node, wherein data can be accessed via application programming interfaces. Further, GPU, Graphics Processing Unit, powered NVIDIA 3090 is used for AI-based processing of the data. That the data is continuously visualized in the form of graphs.
At the consumer end, once SPEPO is installed, it senses data and it is transmitted to remote server or the server node. Data is analyzed with artificial intelligence for alarm generation. Repeated announcements are made until the farmer confirms that the announcement has been reached by pressing a button at the side of the pole. In addition to this, interactive buttons are present at the side of the pole. Some of these include buttons for requirement for forecast, fault in the pole, consultation with experts, and announcement attended.
SPEPO has various advantages, which includes being cost-effective, automated, acting as an informer in the local language of the farmer. It is designed to minimize the power fluctuations, hence it offers reliable operations in the farm. Its feedback system solves problems that were faced through conventional poles.
To sum up, SPEPO's availability to the farmers would provide useful information, which is required for the growth of crops. From sowing seeds to the harvesting period, they would come to know that when is the accurate time and
Sir, are we audible?
Yes.
Answer, is the screen visible? The PPT?
PPT is not there.
Oh, okay. So just sharing the screen again. I think it's a network issue from like my teammates' side.
Sorry, sir, I was disconnected. So we got disconnected. Really sorry for the inconvenience faced. So we'd like to share the video now.
Sir, here as you can see, we visited Thua village, which is in Patiala. I hope the video is visible. Here is the Raspberry Pi 3B. So here is the project and the speaker, and we are installing the connections and all. Sir, I hope that the video was clear and was audible as well. I mean, visible as well. Hello? Hello? Sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
And we have also, we did a lot of conversations with the farmers into our village, and all the questions are written in the logbook, and we surveyed and we got to know a lot of information about like how we can improve our product and like in what ways, it would be beneficial like for both of us. And yeah, that's all.
Hello. Any question from evaluators?
Yeah. Good concept. So how big is your team, first of all?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm actually like for now, like here, my team is like I have like Divyana Garg, but we also have, we have taken help from the university and the school. Like they have supported us a lot throughout the product and throughout its invention and all. So like we have a team and like they've supported us a lot. So we have a like big team of like around 10 to 15 members, and yeah.
So to be impartial towards the other competing teams, I would like to know exactly you two students' contribution to be fairer on the evaluation part.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, actually, we made the product, but of course, we required some help, for in university, we were having the contacts of the farms and the villages. So through them, we were able to contact the farmers and gain data.
I want specifically both of you what you have done in this.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm specifically talking about we did all the coding and all. Like we did the programming to the Raspberry Pi 3B and all the connection and all. Like also calculating the data and all from the graphs were done by us. But through university and all, we got the contacts of the farmers, because reaching out farmers was difficult for us. So
let's come back. So you worked on the coding part, right? That's your contribution, I would say.
And also discovering the product. Like the idea was ours.
Yeah, great. So coming to the coding part, what is the programming language you've used, and what sensor information and what sampling you've done? Give more specifics, because you're telling that's your main work.
Yes. So basically we have used Raspberry Pi 3B, and we have used many languages. So we have used C++ and Java for like coding and the programming. And with the help of coding, we calculated the data and all the other important information like weather forecasts and all. And then
what are the sensors and what's the data? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yes, ma'am. So basically we have 6 sensors: a temperature sensor, humidity sensor, weather intensity sensor, solar intensity sensor, and like many more. And so through them we gain data of the weather, and then we convert them into graphs. And through the poll we do announcements so that farmer can basically listen to the announcements and be ready for all the things. Like if it's a rainy day, farmers would be able to know that rain is coming and they have to take care of the crops. And also
your slide had something called simple moving average. Can you explain what it is in your videos? There's a term with the data. Simple moving average. I'm curious to know what is that.
On simple moving average?
Yes. Your video shows with the data that simple moving average is performed on the data, and then you do
Yes.
something. So I'm
Actually, that's for the wind direction and wind speed. So in farming, wind plays a major role in guessing like what is going to happen in future. So basically, to predict things, wind direction and wind speed are important parameters of basically predicting like what is going to happen. So that's why it is kind of related to wind direction and wind speed.
I think you're not really right in that. Maybe. Anyways, the concept is good, but I would have appreciated it much better as a student, both of yours role being highlighted more clearly rather than the entire team's work, to be fairer for the everyone's evaluation. Good work. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. But actually, it was like only for the farmers' contact only. Like we did all the things, but like of course we needed contacts of the farmers. So that was the main issue that we required the support of the school and the university for the contacts information of the farmers. Yeah. Any other questions or suggestions by any judge? Sir, ma'am.
I think I'm fine. Okay. Dr. Dey, if you want, please go ahead.
Okay, that's all. I think only one project is left, that is from KVS.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hindi Vidyalaya. Dipali,
Yes, sir.
show your presentation.
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, we are going to represent our file.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Medhavi Vashisht, and I'm a student of Kendriya Vidyalaya, Sector 29B, OCL. I will be presenting my NCSC project, starting from the theme. The focal theme of our project is Science for Sustainable Living, and the sub-theme allotted to our cluster is Ecosystem for Sustainable Living. Our main objective is to study the possible reasons for the decrease in the number of migratory birds and give suitable solutions to it. Moving to the second chart, here you would be able to see a map of a bird sanctuary which is located near Sukna and there are of some migratory birds like grey-lag goose, bar-headed goose, northern shoveler, and common pochard. These are those birds which arrive in Chandigarh in large number, but to the surprise, the number of these birds are decreasing very rapidly. Let us discuss some of the reasons due to which the number is decreasing. Some appropriate reasons could be increase in human footprints, especially in those specific habitats of migratory birds, and one reason could be increase in the number of personal vehicles in Chandigarh, which is resulting in bad air quality. One reason could be that these birds need shallow water to live and breed, but the water level is increasing. Moving to the third chart, here you will be able to see a graph which represents the number of species which arrive in Chandigarh in the following years. In the year 2018, 98 species arrived in Chandigarh. In the year 2019, the number decreased to 86. In the year 2020, it was found to be 69, but the most astonishing difference came in the year 2021, that is 27. Only 27 species were observed. That is a number directly decreased by 50, which is really a matter of concern. Some of you might be thinking that how decrease in the number of migratory birds could affect our ecosystem. For those, I have brought some points which can be categorized under the heading importance for migratory birds for our ecosystem. These birds are very important as they act as pest control by boring on insects. The eggshell of these birds are rich in calcium, which enrich the soil with these minerals. Even the dropping of these birds, known as guana, are rich in nitrogen. They help in seed dispersal, which helps to maintain the biodiversity along their roots. Moving to the fourth chart, now I have talked about the problem, the reasons behind this problem, and how does it affect our ecosystem. But without giving any solution, there is no use. So I have brought some suitable solutions which can be given. One is that long-term monitoring programs to assess the migration trend in birds. Such monitoring programs will help us to know the nature of these birds, what habitat do they prefer, what kind of environment they need. By knowing this, we can make a suitable environment for them. Second could be educating school children on migratory birds and their impact. As this is such a common topic, and I'm damn sure that almost many don't know anything about it. And if they will be taught, they will came up with their own solutions. Third could be that water level to be controlled, because in the reasons I have told that these birds need shallow water, but due to global warming and many reasons, the level is increasing. So they need to be controlled. We should maintain a water level so that they can breed and live properly. Adopting sustainable organic agriculture to ensure chemical-free water bodies, because this is very obvious that these birds will not prefer a water body which has chemicals. This could be conservation of wetlands and grassland to help birds boost and build their nest. So I hope that this adds something new to your knowledge, because we also wanted that this project work of ours should not only be seen as a file full of pages with long paragraphs written on it, but also a useful asset for the readers and the ecosystem managers. Thank you.
Now we will be presenting our files. Is screen visible, sir?
Yes.
This is our NCSE file, in which we have included all our topics, abstract, registration form, and all things.
Abstract form should be in the format given to you.
Yes, sir, it is given.
It should be in the file also.
Yes, sir. It is in file also, and it is given in format also. These are our charts now, through which we had explained.
Chart should be in the same size.
Yes, sir. They are of same size. And this is our logbook. Now we had also prepared a questionnaire, frequently asked questions, which came in our mind while we were preparing this project. So the common topics which came in mind of judges too, those are, first question is, how would you differentiate a migratory bird from a residential bird? I think that this question I think that this question would have arise in mind of every judge, that what is the difference between a residential bird and a migratory bird. We know that there is different in their flight. When we see a migratory birds, they fly in groups in V shape, whereas the residential birds fly in format matter, and they just fly. But there is a difference in flight of migratory birds, as their flight is in different way. In groups, they form a V shape and then they fly. So this is the point through which we can differentiate between the residential birds of that area and also the migratory birds which are arriving from another place. Next question is, how do migratory birds form a uniform shape all among the folk? As I told you that these migratory birds form V shape. So the main reason behind it is that when they form a V shape, the pressure between their group decreases, due to which the energy which they had to apply to fly also decreases. And as they have to cover the long distances, so that their energy don't get lost too much, to conserve their energy, they form V shape. Next question is, what would happen to migratory birds if they are kept at same place for a long time? Now we see that migratory birds are those birds which fly from one place to another place because they have to change their habitat. So now we had also searched that what would happen if these birds don't migrate. We have searched that these birds have certain hormones in their body which start releasing after a particular time, due to which they get restless and they have to change their habitat and their breeding place. Due to that hormonal change, these birds have to flight and migrate to suitable another location. So this is the reason. Thank you. This was our questionnaire.
Question from evaluators.
Deepali, informative and good work. So did you try beyond collecting information, anything in terms of further awareness or any activity further which you did? Because that part is not really clear to me.
Ma'am, when we chose this topic, we went to the Sukna Lake and the bird sanctuary located near it. We talked to the secretary, Rima Dillo. She gave us all this information. But when we tried and talked to the common citizens, because this is not a very that kind of topic which everybody's know about. So they were not very familiar with it and they cannot answer our questions. So we informed them and then they get to know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to understand. What kind of awareness campaign, or how did you disseminate knowledge to people? Like many of us don't know really. So what steps have you taken to make people engage in this or know better?
Ma'am, as I talked in the reasons, that increasing pollution is one reason. So we aware
No, I'm not asking the technical. I'm asking, how did you tell people or share your knowledge? How did you enhance or motivate people? That's what I'm trying. What methodology you implemented to do this? Your awareness campaign or anything like that?
Yes, ma'am. We went to Sukna Lake and we talked to people that how they are affecting the ecosystem and what will be the harmful causes of them. We requested them to stop doing that. If they have to travel a short distance, they can do it by bicycle without using a car or anything that adds any pollution.
Okay, good. So how many people you have interacted with, or how many days this activity was? Anything
Ma'am,
specific?
when this was for like one day, but in the school, we taught everyone, like in our assembly, we gave a speech and educate all our school children about this.
Okay, good. I think those things should have been introduced in your presentation somewhere, that these are the interventions we did. Okay. Yeah. Good. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
Any question from Dr. Praveen?
Any another question, sir?
Any question from Dr. Praveen? Okay. I think thank you. और अब मेरी सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज पुट योर वीडियोज ऑन प्लीज वीडियो ऑन वीडियो अब सारे वीडियो ऑन कर लें एक ग्रुप फोटो करना चाहता हूं मैं वाश मुस्कान मुस्कान कुछ ना आपको वो दिखाना चाहती थी तो उन्होंने अपसाइकल किया कुछ प्रोडक्ट वो बाद
Yes, sir.
मुस्कान वीडियो ऑन करो सारे ऑन करेंगे और कलश आकांक्षा शालिनी सुनील शर्मा ओके रेडी शालिनी ओके thank you very much now I request Paramjit Singh ji to say vote of thanks to the participant. I think the result will be declared tonight also. Relatives will give result to me by tonight. Okay. Anji, over to Paramjit.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this session and feeling very proud to be associated with scientists of INYS, CSIO and IIT. And Chandigarh, you know, hub of education is known as hub of education. And you may have seen the quality of education, how this is suffering from the COVID era, under the COVID era. So students are restricted to their homes. They are not able to gather information in physical mode, visiting places, interacting with the people in real time, and even not going for any experimentation or testing. So just they have done in these restrictions, I think they have done commendable work, and they have presented their ideas in a beautiful way, and I appreciate efforts of the guide teachers and participating students, and I congratulate institutions, guide teacher and participating students, their institution, and I also congratulate Sri Anke for providing this facility. And anyhow, we are lucky in that sense that digital literacy is increasing. This was the requirement of the policy maker in national education policy. A lot of paragraphs are there on digital literacy as well as digital awareness. Now students are known how to use the technology, and even educators are also becoming techno savvy. So this is one of the major achievement of this COVID era, that we are going through this phase and learning expertise and getting expertise, learning new techniques, and making the masses skilled in this terms of the digital literacy. So I congratulate and I thank Dr. Parveen Kumarji, always with us to help us to select good ideas, workable ideas, and always be a inspirational force behind us, behind Environment Society of India, and from INYS Kolkata. They are very humble, both in both way, guiding us and providing us technical support. Thank you, Dr. Parveen Kumarji. And again, I thank Dr. Apna, ma'am from CSIU, Chandigarh. The way she has interacted with the students, trying to find out whether they have involved in their problem or not, whether this is fabricated or not, whether they know about technologies or not, what they are presenting, how much is their involvement. And really, I think today we will be having the best judgment as compared to past or previous years of the State Children's Science Congress. And thanks a lot, ma'am. And we are really proud that we are having scientists of your caliber. And again, I thank Dr. R.S. Day and from IIT Mandi. We are very proud of you, Dr. Sir, because I have seen you all have tried to explore the possibilities in the project as well as involvement of the student in the project, and the way you have explored the aloe vera. I would like to highlight aloe vera content and process involved in making aloe vera, and also in some other projects. So this shows that your expertise in research and technology and all areas is really commendable and remarkable. So we, sir, we are really proud of you having with us, and really giving we teachers the flavor of research, giving we teachers and students how to proceed, how the facts are important, not its facts should be vague. Facts are very important, and steps of the procedure is also very important. So I have learned a lot from all of you, jury. This is I am really very thankful. I have learned many things from this session, and I always talk with Sri N.K. Jhingan sir that we need a good and technical team and scientists to evaluate the project, because not only teachers, not only students, even people like us, just we are teacher, and we get the flavor of research and everything, and we feel proud to have such a great jury with us. And really I am thankful you all the way you have helped us and cooperated with us. On behalf of Environment Society of India, on behalf of Department of Science and Technology, and on behalf of Education Department of Chandigarh, I once again I thank you all. Thanks all, thanks students, thanks guide teachers, thank you Jhingan sir, thank you very much. Have a new year, best new year, free from corona. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Panjay Singh ji. Thank you. So that's all. Muskan, Muskan is there. Muskan.
Yes sir.
मुस्कान क्या दिखाना चाहती थी आप?
सर हमारा थोड़ा सा मटेरियल था जो अपसाइकल, वो थोड़ा सा रह गया था, तो हमें वो शो करना था वापस पूरा अच्छे से।
हाँ, एक मिनट में दिखाओ जल्दी।
यस सर।
मैं नहीं चाहता कोई मन में बात रह जाए ना। हाँ।
So this is a upcycled puppet made from old sweaters. It can be used for showpieces and many other things. And this is a soft teddy, which is made from old clothes, cotton clothes, and old pants. And this is a doll which is made from cotton cloth, and in it हमने इसके अंदर लड़ियां लगाई हैं जो लैम्प के दौरान लैम्प के तरीके से भी यूज कर सकते हैं हम घर में शो पीस और मतलब हल्की सी घर को डिजाइन करने के लिए. And it is a table cover, and it is used for many purposes in villages, and we can use it for many purposes in our homes.
Unmute yourself. Muskan, unmute.
This is a bag made from old kurtis. In it, we have filled some old kurtis cloth and shirts, and we have made this. And these are also some bags. And this is a mat, which is made from old sweaters. And at the last, हम ये कहना चाहते हैं कि हम लोगों को बेसिकली हम लोगों को अवेयर करना चाहते हैं कि वो पुराने कपड़े फेंके ना, वेस्ट ना करे, उन्हें अपसाइकल करे. और ऐसे एनजीओज होने चाहिए. ऐसे एनजीओज हैं जहाँ पे हम कपड़े देते हैं, बट लेकिन लोगों को ज्यादातर पता नहीं है ऐसे एनजीओज के बारे में. और उन एनजीओज में ये होना चाहिए कि जो उन पुराने कपड़े लोग देते हैं वो डोनेट करने लायक नहीं होते हैं, तो उन्हें अपसाइकल करे. और गवर्नमेंट को उन्हें रिसाइकलिंग मशीन प्रोवाइड करनी चाहिए जिससे वो रिसाइकल करे, अपसाइकल करे, जिनसे वो पुरानी नई चीजें बनाएं और नई चीजें बना के उन्हें बेचे, जिससे उनकी इनकम जनरेट होएगी, सस्टेनेबल लिविंग होएगी और आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनेगा. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you to all. Thank you. Result will be declared soon and will be notified to you. Okay. Okay, ji. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great work by all the students. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
हेलो मैम, ठीक है आप? हाँ जी सर.
ठीक है जी. ठीक है, चलो.
ओके सर, बहुत अच्छा हो गया.
ओके जी.
हाँ जी.